Welcome to Star Citizen, and today I'm going over shotguns. They are rather awful at the moment. Hopefully the 3.17 will change that, and if they do, I will make a follow-up for this video. But right now I'm gonna go over all of these shotguns, what they are good for, what they are bad at, and I'm gonna start which I consider the worst and move on to the best. Sadly, I must start with the Devastator Shotgun, which is so underwhelming. It does have a charge up of the capability of powering up 3 rounds and firing them all, but even with a power up of 3 shots at this close range, I was not able to kill any of the targets that just spawned from that elevator. Okay, maybe the single shot is good. It actually is decent. The problem with single shot is quite simple. It has a long period between the shots. It takes like a second before you can make the second shot after you have made the first one. So it's not really worth it. It will just be easier to charge this weapon up before going around any corners or unexplored areas. Now the single shot, it does some damage, but still, as you saw there, the damage wasn't that big. Okay, those guys might have been actually wounded from the first triple shot I made into the elevator door, or elevator room. But sadly, the damage of this weapon really isn't there. At point blank range, it can work, but it can also fail, as you saw earlier. It all depends on the distance, the spread, the body part hit. Now, personally, I would have loved to see this weapon instead of a variant where it is a shotgun option. And when you charge it up, you get a really sharp cluster of 3 shots that you can actually shoot at a distance. That way, this weapon would actually be worth it. But okay, let's move on to a bit better shotgun, but still quite underwhelming weapon in general, which is the Br2 Shotgun. I know, it's actually quite decent, and maybe it should be number 1, it's pretty good. But the problem I'm having with this shotgun is it has a 12-round magazine. It does kill your targets, wound your targets, and take care of your targets as any other shotgun. Pretty much same to as a Ravager. But just it doesn't have the ammo capacity. It does have an okay reload speed compared to the Devastator. Yeah, the drum magazine with 12 rounds, for me that is a deal breaker. Don't get me wrong, this weapon is rather powerful. It can take down your targets at point blank range as any shotgun. It can actually work at medium range as well. And yeah, the damage is all quite there. It's pretty nice to shoot it and it's quite stable. So my main concern is that it's just rather average. It's average in the ammo capacity, it's average in the reload, it's average in stability, and hey, I was expecting a lot more powerful rounds when you got a drum magazine with 12 rounds, but yeah, it's not what you'd really expect. So next up I have the R97 Shotgun, which is the only automatic shotgun in this list. Well, actually it's the only automatic shotgun in the game. I kinda would love to keep it as number 1, but it has one big concern for me. The magazine size of 10 rounds. Now this is what I actually expected the Br2 shotgun to be, an automatic shotgun with 20 rounds, but instead we got, this, R97, 10 rounds, automatic. Gotta give it to them, the automatic fire on this weapon is quite aggressive. You burn down your magazine in mere moments. And that is quite remarkable. Yeah, the spread and the recoil is quite real, but if the air is filled with bullets, you don't really need to worry. The main reason this shotgun is number 2 in my list is quite simple. The automatic fire is really fast for 10 rounds. So you're just gonna be burning these rounds out, plus it's rather unstable. I like that this shotgun is automatic. I kind of would like it to be a little bit slower, would still make it decent if it didn't spam these rounds like an SMG. But hey, as I said, I expected this shotgun to be more like BR2 and BR2 to be more like this, but with 20 round magazines. I think they would be at the top of my list in that case, but at the moment, the way they are implemented, yeah, they're gonna stay here for a while. The shotguns are rather underwhelming, and I think they would be in a lot better place if a Devastator had a little group heavy charged up shot that could actually fire distance. R97 and BR2 would be swapped, and then they would be at the top of my list. But okay, the most useful shotgun at the moment would have to be Ravager for me. It doesn't really have any time between shots. You can pretty much just spam it. It has 16 round magazine. It isn't automatic, but if you keep spamming it, it kind of feels like really slow automatic shotgun. That's why I love this gun. Of all the shotguns, I mean. It's not a great weapon, it's the most common shotgun weapon. But it does its job. It packs a decent punch, and it actually has the biggest magazine of them all. Sometimes, like just right now. Even the range doesn't seem to matter for this shotgun because the rate of fire is there, the damage is there, and getting shot in the back by guards is also there. If you are a fan of shotguns, I believe the Ravager is just there for you. It has the damage, it has the power, it has a decent rate of fire, and it even seems to be decent at the start of medium range. Doesn't mean it's good, it doesn't mean it's ideal for that, but compared to many other shotguns, this one actually seems to hit its targets. Well, all of this list was just my opinions. I've had or gotten the most use out of the Ravager of all of these shotguns. One might say it's because it's the most common shotgun, but no, I've tried the R97. It's just a waste of ammo. If you spread and miss, you're gonna be out of your magazine in mere seconds. Plus, there doesn't seem to be any kind of penetration value. The Br2, well, it's average, it's not bad, it's not great, but I would still rather have Ravager, just because of the magazine size even. And as for the Devastator, the most underwhelming of them all, yet looking as the most innovative of them all. Sadly, the charge up is rather weak, and single shot, well, the time between shots and single shot is just horrific. These were my opinions on the 4 kinds of shotguns they have in this game. I'm hoping that 3.17 will change these weapons. I'm actually truly hoping for the Devastator to be reworked because, yeah, there's not much there. I would love for the Br2 to at least have a bigger magazine, or maybe the overall general aspects of the Br2 and R97 to be swapped. But we're gonna have to wait and see, and hopefully at some point things will change for the better. But anyways, thanks for watching.